Hello, friends. Why is this like this? Like, why? I don't understand. I mean, I sort of understand, but I also actually don't understand. Why is in OBS, why would you want the preview feed to be the same size as the program feed? I feel like you want the program feed big, so it's like, that's the program feed. That is what is going out to the world. Got it. But like, something just seems... Studio mode. Excuse me. Like, can you do the horizontal layout? What I want is like a tiny little preview feed and the main program feed, or something. Just, I guess, not this. This is not the thing I want. Anyway, hi, it's me. We're gonna stream again because we just have so much to do. So I'm gonna try, like, let's say like 2 hours. Just try to knock out a few more rough blooms, and then we'll get to where we have like, I don't know, man, a half dozen or so. It'd be great to have like 10, 12, a dozen. But if we could do like a few more this evening, my hope is, like, as I work on these, they will become less terrible. That's the hope, at least. And so let's just, I mean, I feel like we had okay momentum earlier, so maybe we can find that same image of some Noriega native flowers and just try to make some more of just some more, just try to make some more. So I think we found this list. Not that this is anything definitive or important, but we just, it was a list we found. So we had looked at Judy Blue Eyes. Farewell to Spring is a very pretty name. These are pretty wild. Can we make these? Sure. Goteta. Farewell to Spring. That's a kind of a melancholy name. So what do these actually look like? Pretty interesting. So this white. Okay. Well, I like them. Let's try to do it. I don't know how we can do this with the thing we made today. We made it. I think a problem we have is like blending. We did that horizontal and vertical thing. Is my microphone working, by the way? It is. But now the microphone is source 2, so the robot is broken. Can we fix this? How can we make it so the robot doesn't break? I'm not a robot. Or am I? I hate image verification. Whatever the problem is, it's the wrong solution. I just don't like it. Okay, so, like, what do we need to do? We need to, like, match based on name? Is that what we actually have to do here? Like, to know, as we iterate through these, do we just need to, like, just look for road nt many and just know that, like, if road nt many set the thing? I think that's what we have to do. So we go through here. If this is all good, so I think we just have to say something like, if input.input name equals, nobody likes a string literal, but here we are. Then level equals level left. Probably what I should have done earlier. So this. How's that? Hello, little robot. Okay, robot's happy. Let's continue. Okay, let's try to make these. Guidetta? However you say this. We need a better place to store the presets. All these things are true, but let's just... I need some, like, forward momentum. And that doesn't always mean choosing, like, the optimal task. So these have, it would appear, 4 buddies. And then where did we... I really should, obviously need a better way to view this. Oops. Goodenia? Who knows? Okay, that's our Goodenia. Looks very good. For now, let's just use basically the same functions that we used for Baby Blue Eyes, I think, because those we just borrowed from elsewhere anyway, so nothing super fancy for those. In fact, let's just take the path as well. That gives us these. Let's also like, how can we get this thing? I feel like we're pretty close to getting kind of the look. I mean, yeah, very kind of, sort of. Okay. I got these weirdos. They're just too chubby. So that's not where that goes. That goes in here. Okay. So what we want to do is we've got this pretty in pink, but this really intense. What's the shortcut? This. Not quite the format we want, but close enough. So we want to go from that to white, but it's funny because you got like, I don't know exactly how I want to do this. Like, I'd imagine a few ways. Because we did that horizontal lerp and that kind of works, but now we want this vertical lerp too, which I guess we could do. I think that's funny is like I don't know. There's a way that we could do it that is like basically an additional lerp. That did not work at all. Why does this song sound like it's drinking? The song sounds drunk. Drunken circus. Okay. So. Oops. I really need to set up a viewer to just view these. Okay, so we have this backwards, right? I guess not quite. They're really. It's a funny one. Like, how would we want to do this? Like, how could we? Because we could describe it horizontally, or we could describe it vertically. So for example, we could take the thing we kind of have here and then just have, oh boy, how are we going to get this to look good? How are we going to make this look good? Oh boy. Oh, we got a lot of work to do. Okay. Well, I don't know. I was starting to get a little more confident about this project, and now I feel like today I'm losing hope, but oh well. Definitely need like some better ability to visualize. And we need a better ability to describe these profiles. But that aside, just thinking about how we get this, like Like, am I making this too hard on myself? Because like we could just like paint a blob, basically. Like paint a grayscale blob and then put in some color. Right? Like having to wait for these to animate is not really the way to do this. Okay, that looks great. Interesting. So the assumption is that you're at full width here. So like length progress by 2. That not really the solution. We need to just like set up a bloom viewer, right? That just lets us view all the blooms. Okay, this is not good, but it's like so long and skinny. With such a nice curve. Okay, we're gonna have to set up some kind of bloom viewer, but let's get some bad looking blooms in here, and then really have to think like, are we really gonna try to do this with gradients just for very simple versions of it, or are we gonna need some like textures? Like, how do we blend the textures together? This is kind of a tricky one. Especially because as described, our current textures are like not mirrored along. I mean, they could be, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to just like get some more flowers like roughed in just to like continue to get a better feel of really what we're needing. Yeah, we're gonna need like more noise and okay. Anyway, well. Okay. Yeah. How do we get that if not just from a texture? Right? Like, kind of feels like it has to just come from texture. You certainly imagine just painting. Okay, so let's just try this real fast and just see what we think, because it feels like a shorter path to, I don't know. I like earlier after talking to David, I'd kind of convinced myself that the like gradients are the way to go, but maybe it's like gradients with a texture. In fact, yeah, especially if you had like single images, but in multiple channels, you have like different gradients going on. Okay, let's just try. These can be tiny, I think. ish. So for example, what would this look like? We just had a brush that was brushy. Break out the tablet. Get some more Kyle's brushes. I don't have enough Kyle's brushes installed. Apparently. So it seemed like a really brushy. Is this really all the brushes? This can't be. Like more brush libraries? This is all the brushes I have? Maybe I just have more installed on other machine, but anyway, it's just like try a few. I mean, this is not really what we want at all. I want something streaky. I guess we can just do like this needs to be more streaky though. And this is not really the right stuff. Oh, it's a wet blender. So maybe we can do charcoal and then blend that. Weird. Okay, well, going with what we have, I feel like we're not doing super great. But let's just try something like this. Maybe. So on there, this will be our go, whatever it's called. I guess we could atlas all these together if needed. Okay. Okay, so the idea would be basically to have we have like an A/B per channel, but let's just what's the simplest way to try to vet this? It would be kind of like for this we would use that. Great. We would just not use these gradients at all, which maybe in the end we'll decide we don't want those gradients, whatever, that's fine. So that gives us these, and then we need like we have shoot texture, and then basically we want like a texture color A and a texture color B, something like that. Something like this, and then material In the shoot material, we would have just, I don't know if I like that naming, but whatever. All right, there's shoot texture color A and a shoot texture color B. What are you mad about? What? Garden 342. What? What's the matter with you? Did I accidentally delete progress? I did. Okay. Okay. And then the idea would be Axio. How's it going, man? You'll never get to watch BCS. Wait, what is BCS? Is that like CSI? Is it Boston crime scene? Boston cream sauce? Boston cream British Columbian Better Call Saul. Okay. Season 6 episodes. I mean, I kind of like the idea of British Columbian. The season mid-finale. Is a mid-finale a thing? Wait. Okay, I apologize for interrupting your viewing of Boston Cream Sorcerer. Boston Cream Sorcery? Sounds kind of gross. Okay, now we have done some things. Was this a good idea? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I'm shaking my own confidence. This happens sometimes. And by sometimes I mean basically all the time. Like, kind of like my recommended creative process is to just doubt yourself continually and feel like you're just gonna blow it, and then but with like occasionally be interrupt that with just extreme confidence. Okay, so we'll have a shoot texture color A and color B, and then the idea will be in our friend the Fraggle shader. I'm working on, so I'm trying, I don't know. Earlier today, I was thinking like maybe we can just do everything with gradients. And now I'm thinking maybe we want to use textures and do like gradient ramps on the textures. Maybe, I think we have to. Like, otherwise, I mean, we could do in some like really super stylized like candy cane version, but I feel like I want at least a little variation, and I'm just gonna like paint simple textures, I think. I convinced myself earlier that I wanted to avoid that. Like the like hand painting, but I think we have to. I think it's got to happen. Actually, remind me where you live. I feel like you've told me and now I don't remember. If you don't mind telling me, I won't. You live. I won't. What is it? Did you see that weird spotlight thing happen? I think it's because I installed Power Tools and now some weird spotlight thing happens. Okay, so we have shoot texture color A, shoot texture color B. The idea is that we want to sample that texture. South Carolina. You live in the wait, I don't know anything about South Carolina. What do I know about South Carolina? Don't tell me. Charleston? Chew. That's all I know. Charleston Chew from South Carolina? Charleston exists. Awesome. Okay. Charleston Chew, the candy bar. I know about that. What else do I know about South Carolina? The dance. The Charleston. Charleston, Charleston, Made in Carolina. Okay, yeah, here it was. This is named after the dance, which is from Charleston, South Carolina. So obviously, I know a lot about South Carolina. What else do I know about South Carolina? I think Brad Shoemaker is from South Carolina. I think he's one of the Carolinas. I'm not going to say that one. I won't. No. Brad Shoemaker. Where is Brad Shoemaker from? Brad Shoemaker, Carolina. Which one, though? Ooh, sorry. North Carolina. Wow. Sorry. So it turns out, in fact, the only thing I know about Brad Shoemaker he was originally from GameSpot. He was on Giant Bomb for a decade, and then recently split off and now is a personality on Nextlander. And he's just he's an internet personality who's been around for a couple decades. And I like him. So, is Charleston the only thing I know about South Carolina? I'm struggling here. What else should I know about South Carolina? That's all I got. I think that's all I got. I used to really like Charleston chews. I liked to, you put them in the freezer. That was fun. Were you born in South Carolina? Did you end up there for work or for school, or how did this happen to you? How did you end up there? I'm not going to be critical of where you live. I've lived in some places that were maybe questionable. I was born in a questionable place. Okay, what are we trying to do? We're going to try to use our shoot texture color A and B. And so the idea here is what? What's the can I ask what city? You don't have to tell me. I don't want people to flood to your home in South Carolina as an internet celebrity. So, what do we want to do? We want not this. I don't know what I want to call this, but basically it's going to be something like this. It's going to be shoot texture color A, shoot texture color B, and we're going to use the shoot textures R channel. Oh, Greenville. Okay, I should have known Greenville. I have heard good things about it. Maybe that's why I didn't associate it with South Carolina at large, but okay, that's fair. Of course. How could I forget Greenville? Halfway between Atlanta and Charlotte. I'm trying to think of why what I associate Greenville with. It's one of the 15 most underrated travel destinations of the year so far. It's one of the best places to live. Maybe that's where, because I was looking a few years ago in cost of living relative to quality of life, and I feel like Greenville came up. Are you gonna stay in Greenville for life? It's pretty weird that it was hotter in Portland last year than it has ever been in South Carolina. That's weird. Or in Greenville. You need to go far away. Where do you think? Where if you could just pick a place on Earth, where would you go? Okay, I broke everything. Of course. Just got more meaningful errors. Oh, okay, well, This is not how this works. We have to sample this. This. Oops. We don't actually have a shoot texture color yet. What do I want to call this? I mean, this really is the shoot texture color. And then this would be the shoot texture gradient or something like that. Not happy, are we? Can you sample the same image twice? Maybe it's mad. That might not be allowed. Okay, what's wrong with this? Shader's kind of a mess. Color is a Rec 4. Okay, so this is actually Rec 4. I don't like that these colors come in Vec 3. I'm crazy about that. Okay, anyway, what's wrong now? So we got a shoot texture color. Oh yeah, sure. This is shoot texture color now. What? Did we not grow any of the ones we're actually trying? Okay, we really have to set up like a garden of these. Okay, so that is definitely not... it's definitely not what we're looking for. But think about this for a second, because now we can... I mean, being a decent human being is not being a politics guy. Well, I've got a great place for you. It's called Norway, and you can move there and you can hang out with Life is Yours, who's about to graduate. And what time is it in Norway? Life is Yours is probably in bed. Except Life is Yours. I feel like Life is Yours has like a more reasonable sleeping schedule now. I don't know when this happened. I mean, did you watch Norway's Eurovision entry? That should be enough to make you want to live there. It's like, I don't know how this happened or why this happened, but kind of enough to make you want to live there. Look at that bouquet. This is what we're going for. We're trying to get here. We're not going to quite get here, but like, yeah, the big explosion of flower. Oh boy, we're very far away from that. But okay, so what we want to try to do, let's just do this for now. This is not really what I want. In fact, it's so not what I want. I think I shouldn't even do it. So we should ditch this. Oh boy. We don't actually want this. This is going to break everything. I mean, maybe like slightly less totally broken than I thought it was going to be. Pretty broken though. Where's color defined? It's right there. Why can't I comment this stuff? What is going on? I love when Visual Studio just decides like it doesn't work anymore. That, whatever that insane like spotlight thing. Are you serious? Why can't... What is... Did Power Tools like bind something to Control Slash? Or sorry, Power Toys? Like, what is this insane, weird spotlight thing that is suddenly happening? I don't care about that. I don't want this. The color picker is, that's fine. I don't really love this. None of these are really exactly what I want, but whatever. Yeah, none of those are quite right. Like, I don't know what these are. Like, some shortcut I'm hitting that should be... Oh, that's kind of cool. Markdown. I don't know what I'm doing that is causing this, but it seems to happen when I installed. Oh, is it find my mouse? Press left control twice. Oh, that must be what that stupid thing is. Okay, definitely don't do any of it. How do I want to like disable everything. Like, don't. Like, by default, I want you to leave me alone. And only, I do kind of want to try that. Definitely none of this mouse crap. Okay, now can I write software? No. So, whatever. Like, how do I not have GLSL? I think you should. You can move there. You can hang out with Life is Yours. I mean, I should probably move to Norway and have healthcare. How do we do this? We need to like. Shader language support. Is this the one we want? Seems to have a lot of downloads. I just want to be able, I don't know, I feel like I was able to comment in shaders and now can't, so I don't know. Okay, are we happy here? Can we like comment some things? So let's just do, I can't. Like, okay, now we're happy? Okay, so we want a vec for color equals new, no, just vec for one. Like this. So start with white. All these things are going to be weird now, but whatever. So, and then one of the things we need to do is like multiply in our Buttes texture gradient. Okay, that is not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not good. And the colors are backwards, but it could be worse. Kinjiru, hello, how's it going? It is not Python, it is TypeScript. You can tell it's not Python because there's tiny mustaches all over the place. And because I'm doing things with computer graphics and no sane person would ever do anything with computer graphics in Python. Inflammatory statements. I said it, I'd say it again. Okay, so, I mean, not that a sane person would do computer graphics. I know, WebGL's okay. WebGL's okay. 3JS, okay. Okay, so we have, that is not the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, it's not good. But, yeah, we really have to get some variation on, like, our profiles. If we're gonna... But it's kind of interesting. We could have multiple channels and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is like sort of in the ballpark of this. It's not this, but it's like kind of in the ballpark. So the main problem though is I have broken every single other thing. And so what are we gonna do about that? What are we gonna do about that? We're going to say that colors are defined. So we could do this. I mean, this is going to break everything, but I mean, this is essentially going to say like colors are only defined programmatically, which I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. I really don't know if I like that. But, you know, we could do basically this. Or make it whatever, just so it's not pitch black. So by default, we'll get a grayscale kind of doodad. And then for these, I don't know, maybe this is a good idea. Maybe it's a terrible idea. Undecided. Like the trillium's sort of fine, black and white already. So whatever. So really it's just the leaves we need to worry about, the leaves and stems. So let's go ahead and just make up some colors for those. So if we go to our garden, we would need to start adding these shoot texture color A and B basically everywhere that we have. I was gonna go crazy. So then we could say these are doesn't seem like that worked as expected. Or maybe it's too subtle. I guess it is very, very subtle. Guess you'd need more contrast there. So this would be maybe more like I don't know. That's not the worst thing. I mean, it's not good, but it's not the worst thing. Like I could kind of see going somewhere with this, like just basically like grayscale with gradients, and you could have multiple layers of that you could like blend in different ways, but I don't know. That's gonna be a whole can of worms. Anyway, so let's do the stem and then try to make another bloom. Although I'm tempted to go back and like do a texture for what's its face, those little blue eyes crying in the rain. Stem. Where is the... Oh, we must make that here. Here. No, wait, that is the stem. What? What? Oh, okay. I called those stems, even though they're just like blades of grass, I guess. Well, that's not ideal. Okay, so we add these. Let's make these darker green. I don't know. Actually, I'm a little worried because I think there's something I must not have pushed. Because these are supposed to be totally enclosed. That's worrisome. Okay, anyway. I don't know. Very simple, but kind of painterly show. Well, let's go with that one for now and just try to make some more flowers and not think too hard about it. We've got Gudida. Some foxglove. Oh boy. That's too, don't even look at that. That's too complicated. California blueberries. Those are cute. They're kind of tiny. Chinese houses. Those are very pretty, but look kind of complicated. They're very pretty though. I don't know. I don't want to get... I feel like I want to like try to dial in some simpler flowers before we get wild. Cornflowers are pretty, but also like really dense. I don't know. I'm trying to stick with some simpler. It's kind of pretty. These are red corn poppies. How many flowers? I don't know. In my mind, a dozen. But I think the idea would be that most of those would be like kind of as simple as possible, like really simple. And then some would be more ambitious. But I don't know. I feel like I kind of have to go in passes and like make some flowers and then make some new features to support the new flowers and whatever. And my hope is like, as I iterate through, this is my hope, I don't know if this is really going to be true, is like I'll get to a place, like I'll arrive somewhere I don't hate. I'm actually having a hard time telling how many. Is it just, I think it is just 4. Ugh, I don't know. Axio, is this going to be terrible? Am I going to embarrass myself? I was feeling kind of good about this, and now suddenly I'm like not feeling as good about this. It's going to be a disaster. This is going to be the end of my career, such as it is. Red, orange, poppy. I think it's that, like, I don't know. There's this thing with creative projects where like you almost by definition, especially for like projects that are experimental, things you've never done before, things that kind of no one has ever done before, whatever. Like there's this notion that like, okay, you've got to like, there's things you're going to figure out as you go. It's just like kind of a requirement, you know, like it's unexplored country. And that's good. I think that's good. And so like, you just have to, there's part of you that has to be like, okay, I know how to do certain things and certain things are known. And I have certain processes and certain ways that I do projects and certain ways that I work and think and so forth. That I think you just kind of have to have some like self-confidence in. But like, you kind of gotta like, as you go, I don't know, see at least a few steps in front of you. Yeah, maybe I'd describe it like this. It's almost like you have some destination you're trying to arrive at. It's not clear. It's maybe kind of fuzzy. It's not necessarily like an X on a map. It's more like it's over there. And like you can see a few steps in front of you, but you need like both like some idea of what the final vision is, and you need a few steps in front of you. And like they have to feel like they're reconciling. Like it has to feel like, okay, there's a mountain in the distance and I can see there's a little path that's going to take me a little bit towards that. And when you don't feel like that's true, where it's sort of like, okay, I see the direction I'm going, but the mountain's actually over here. That's where that's probably a bad analogy, but maybe that's where I get a little nervous, kind of, when it's sort of like, I don't know if I like don't exactly know that I feel like I'm on track. Like right now I have this sort of like vision of what the mountain is, like this far off thing where it's sort of like, okay, I see this thing, it's way off in the distance, see that. But the place that I am right this moment does not feel like exactly like I'm headed in the right direction. That was a weird set of strangely mixed metaphors, but hopefully, okay, well, we got some of these. Got some corn poppies. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do in the middle. Like the little clustery boys in the middle. I don't know exactly what I want to do with that yet. How I want to handle that yet. I think that's going to be a separate object. So the idea is, do I have that handy? Let me see if I have that like on this machine. Yeah, okay, so I'll get like a rundown of just like the art of like the art concept here. And of course, like with any kind of creative concept, it's basically impossible that like the thing you dream up in your head is going to exist in the real world. And that's fine. Like I know that. That's just unrealistic to think that you're magically going to manifest something exactly from your brain. So that's fine. But so there is a dome in Pioneer Square here in beautiful Portland, Oregon. And my idea is that you will walk up to this dome there will be a sign mounted here of my design, and that sign will have two functions. It will tell you how to get to a URL. It'll have like a QR code to take you to a URL, and it will, when you go to that URL, it will trigger an 8th wall AR experience, so that here's the dream. That's not exactly going to happen, and that's fine. I just have to figure out what is going to happen. But the idea is like this thing is a seed, and a giant bouquet of flowers 50 feet tall will blossom out of it. I don't think I'm really going to make that happen, but some version of that is what I'm going for. Is like some AR, web AR based explosion of flowers is going to burst out. The idea that I have, is that this is a seed, and the blooms are 50 feet tall, and it's like this giant, and they look like this, like a Dutch still life of flowers, like this big explosion of flowers. So that is this thing 50 feet tall on top of a dome in Pioneer Square is the like aspiration. I'm just working now towards like, what is the reality going to be, you know? And so I know that the 8th wall tracking is not very good. I know that there's going to be problems looking up. I know there's going to be problems with the 50 feet tall thing. So I'm probably not really going to get like a 50-foot tall bloom. That, you know, that's fine. We'll just figure it out. So it's going to have to be probably something like a simplified version of that, and like smaller scale, but maybe it can be 8 feet tall, something like that. So that's fine. And then I'm going to have all these constraints, like how heavy can this be to like run reasonably on the phone and all that kind of stuff. Like that's all stuff to figure out, especially run on the phone while all this AR stuff is happening. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's kind of like, this is kind of crazy. This looks like it has this like almost like a crinkled paper kind of thing. Anyway, so that's where we are. Like that's what we're working towards, I guess. It's funny that I kind of can't even make out the distinction here. Which texture did we use? We used the Godetta. So maybe one of these just needs to be darker. So I don't know if I explained that very well, but like somewhere in what I just described is like the vision for this project, I guess. So yeah, so anyway, that's so muddy. So now let's try another texture, maybe. That's just, I don't know. I feel like this is definitely not my strong suit, like these kinds of like real painterly sorts of things, but let's try a little something. Maybe like really low. It's funny, where's just straight up opacity? Is that not an option here? Okay. Oh, that changes the wetness, not the... Huh. Interesting. I was hoping that would sort of change flow, but I guess the trick is to just, like, not have a very dark image. You could have something like this, but then... that's actually fine for this purposes. Oh, these purposes. Okay, so what are we actually looking at here? This is a red corn poppy. I think I would like... It's pretty weird. We'll see how that looks. Maybe not great. Well, so here's the thing. So you're thinking on the right track. So accelerometer and gyroscope can be used to some degree for dead reckoning for tracking and moving from the marker. Some degree. Eighth wall does have support for SLAM, meaning it's doing feature detection of the real environment. And so you can leave the marker and then track with the environment. That is possible. It's just not as robust as other setups, I guess, like other AR setups I've used before. Okay, we actually want this to be pretty dark, I think, or one of these needs to be darker. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, so eighth wall, I don't know. Eighth wall, I'm not super impressed with so far. Like, I don't know. Partially just because the pricing feels so gross to me, like borderline mercenary. But we're paying the several $100s just to use it a month for a few months. Just like, it's so gross. It's so expensive just to develop with. Like even Apple, who like not like, I don't know. Apple has lots of things to complain about, but even Apple only charges $100 a year to be a developer. Eighth Wall charges $100 a month to develop, totally independent of what you make or how much they charge you to show the thing you make, which is pretty wild. Okay, I don't know, whatever. Little streakies maybe help a little bit, but it just needs some more variation. It needs to catch light a little differently, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, maybe it's okay if it's kind of cartoony. Maybe that's going to be okay. I just have to, I'm learning what this is going to look like, I guess. Like, I don't have, like, I didn't start with, like, reference frames or style frames. So this is kind of me, like, sort of learning, like, what's this thing going to look like? Okay. So... I feel like we need to revisit these. I'm also realizing I'm picking like the most simple, boring flowers, but... Okay, that's pretty. It's got this big dude in the middle. It's got all these jaggedies on the edge that we currently don't have a strategy for. Because one of the things I decided to do, which was, you know, perhaps a poor choice, was... try to do this with no transparency, like try to do it all with geometry, which gets a little tricky for stuff like this. I have some ideas on how to do this, and I built in some like thoughts on how to do it, but yeah, it's not super. Yeah, I mean, so sorry, with doing AR stuff with eighth wall or with other tools? One of the things that's so gross about eighth wall is like it is really like there's like these lines, these entrenched lines just ready for a corporate battle. It's not open at all. Even AR, even VR had like a period of like, oh, web VR is going to be this open thing. AR is like so entrenched. Facebook has tech, Snapchat has tech, Adobe has tech, Apple has tech, Niantic has tech, Google has tech. Like they're all, it's just a very entrenched thing. Okay, we're gonna try to make these with some kind of blob in the middle. It's a cool name. How many leaves is this actually? So these are called lance leaf. It's kind of hard to make out like how many leaves, oh, sorry, how many like petals is the word I want. How many petals are there actually? This makes it look like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. Okay, how about these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's try one of these. This is a lance leaf core. So I'm realizing too that certain things in these we're gonna want to share because I'm like basically just cutting and pasting the same stuff over and over. When lots of the like internal functions probably can be reused, but let's ignore that for the moment. Okay, you're gonna have 8, and you're gonna be probably did we get one? Okay, we're definitely gonna start. Oh no, I didn't add it to the list yet. Okay, why do I keep doing this and not just actually like doing what I say I'm gonna do and make the lance leaf? It's tricky. That's tricky. I kind of have an idea of how to do it, but not fully. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Oh boy, it's tricky. I can almost see in my mind how to do it. Okay, anyway. The hardest part is like having some curvature. Okay, anyway, that's a problem to solve, but ignoring the momentary, the problems of the moment and just thinking about making this yellow. Oh, they're kind of cute. It's not good, but it's kind of cute. And this actually wasn't the worst for that. Let's paint a new one. Actually, maybe that was really the way to go. Although those sort of seemed like they had, I don't know. Should do this with a Wacom so I have some control. Okay, so, but whatever. We're just trying to make forward progress now. Lance, leaf. So there is actually an important strategy I'm trying to employ here, which is like, I can't get caught up in details right now because one of the very important things about this is like volume of plants. Like the thing that's going to make this a bouquet is a whole bunch of plants. And so I can't like, oops, worry too much about any one of these. The idea, once I get to like, if I get to somewhere in the ballpark of like a dozen or so, then it starts to be like, okay, I can go in and refine some, I can go in and throw away some that suck. Like, it just starts to take the pressure off a little, or the pressure, yeah, the preciousness. I don't know. I need to like actually get a tablet and actually like grab some brushes. Confused by this though, because I really, load. Do I want to lower load? No. Is mix. Do this. And then like this. Or just flow. Is that my problem? Okay, that was my problem. That's fine for now. Oh, the jaggedy edges. It's going to be tricky, but we need that on multiples. Like, we need a better way to, like, define those, so. I have thoughts on how to do it. It's just, like, how? How do we do that? I have a displacement texture. Try to do it and not just get like straight up jagged polygons, but maybe that's kind of what we want for these. I don't know. Especially these, like, they're pretty jaggedy at the ends. Maybe that's just okay. Okay, anyway, moving forward. We gotta just keep moving forward. We don't even know which of these we like yet, really. So, like, there's no point in getting real hung up on. Okay, we had Lance, Leaf, Mixed Red Poppy, Shirley. Those are quite pretty. It's really hard to tell what's going on with the... leaves. I'm going to skip that one for now. Good old-fashioned Cosmos. I do like these Cosmos. Let me think of Animal Crossing. That's also 8. This is pretty similar to what we just made. They just get fatter. Let's do some Wild Cosmos. Sure, why not? These will be just very pink. That's not pink. Okay, yeah, sure. Oops. Also wrong. Right? Kind of sad. They look so sad. So sad. Oops. What is the new shortcut? You? Okay. Okay, so it's like 1.5.8. I need to pull out some green. Yeah, 1.2.8. Okay. What kind of demos are you playing with? Which demos? Okay. Got some very pink Cosmos. I feel like our Cosmos just need to be fatter. I tried this one. Immersive Web GitHub IO. I know about this one? Wait, does this only work in some browsers? Is that what browser are you using? On Android or iOS? Mm-hmm. Recognize this guy from like an earlier WebXR project, but is this only Android 10? I'm not sure that this works. I mean, that would be great, but I'm not sure that this works. Like, is this just using AR Core underneath? Polyfill. Web VR. I feel like this is not really helping me. So I may be totally wrong about this, but I don't think this is, I think this is Google. Like, I don't know if Safari, and by extension, I guess I should say WebKit. Like, I don't know if Chrome on iOS can do any of this. Maybe I'm totally wrong. That would be pretty fancy if I was totally wrong. I would be okay with being wrong about that. Because I didn't know any of the AR core, because previously Google, actually I even recognized this person's icon from these projects Google was doing a few years ago with web AR on ARKit and web AR core, or whatever they were called. But I feel like this is like, so there is a draft for anchors. And sorry, you tried, was that an anchor demo you tried? Yeah, it was an anchor hit test. Okay. I wish this was more clear about what browsers are supported. I feel like it's actually not clear at all. Right? Like, wouldn't you? So there's the anchors module. Great. Issues. So this is the anchors. That's fine. But where? Okay. So I have to say, I didn't actually notice, I didn't realize this was supported in Chrome at all. Well, so WebXR, there is some standard. I mean, I think there's some version of WebXR does exist, I think. Like, I think there's a piece, at least some part of WebXR is like not a draft, or it maybe like it's a draft implementation. I don't know. But like, I just don't know if this is like WebXR anchors, is that supported anywhere other than just Chrome? So that's shipping in Android. So yeah. So unfortunately, right. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't think that, I mean, maybe it'll come and that would be great, but I don't think that these particular examples are, I think they're only Android only in Chrome only. I could totally be wrong about that. Okay. Well, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess the browser versions work, I guess. But okay. So not Safari on iOS, presumably not Chrome on iOS. Even though I don't even see that listed here. Okay, so WebView Android is basically, that's the version of no, that's not true. Wait, WebView Android. Okay, so the built-in Android WebView, no. Chrome Android, yes. Firefox for Android, no. Opera Android, Safari iOS. So I don't actually understand why. Where is Chrome on iOS? iOS has Chrome, but it uses I believe, maybe I'm out of date on this, but I'm pretty sure every browser on iOS they're all WebKit under the hood. So I mean, I guess that doesn't necessarily preclude. I don't know. I would kind of doubt it actually that there's any support. I mean, why don't I just try? But I don't. So, okay, I will say thank you for showing me that, because I actually didn't realize any of that was released. I thought it was like all just in test realm. So that is good to know that at least, even though it's a draft specification, some piece of this does exist in Chrome and Android, which is cool. But it doesn't quite help me. Unfortunately. Get some examples. As far as like, cross-platform stuff. Okay, WebXR samples. Good grief, just let me... Where is the... Yes, take me here. Your browser does not support WebXR. But you appear to be using a mobile device. You may need to run virtual reality experiences on sites that use WebXR polyfill. This one. Okay, so we are talking about anchors. I mean, I would love to use this because I think that, yeah, I would way rather use this with like a real, okay, yeah, this is not happy. But I don't want... So you were doing the hit test one, right? Yeah, hit test anchors. Hits test with anchors. They are not found. Yeah. Let me double check, but I'm almost certain this is not going to be a thing. If I run Chrome on here. And Firefox wasn't on the list either anyway. So actually, I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm a little surprised that, because it seemed like this was just going to be totally proprietary. So it is cool, at least kind of on. I guess it is fairly proprietary. It's only an Android, but okay, yeah. Unfortunately, it seems like this stuff. Gosh, I wonder if any of this stuff is ever going to come to Safari. That's interesting though. What's this? Evidence mounts for Safari support of WebXR and latest iOS beta. Augmented reality module. That would be a pretty big deal. Okay, so maybe, certainly not now, but maybe in the future there's some hope for this. Okay, well, so unfortunately, Web 8th Wall just built their own tech, which is pretty crazy. So they're just running, it's not built on ARKit or AR Core. It's not built on like the underlying platform AR frameworks. They just built like in WebAssembly, I guess. They just have their own tech stack. And now what's its face? Niantic bought them. Okay, well, these look terrible, but what are you gonna do? So these are our wild cosmos. So of course, like that was the big thing. Like if I wanted to, okay, well, it'd be annoying, but like I could have said like, oh, I'm gonna make this an app and you have to download it and install it. But people just don't do that. People just don't want to download and install an app for a thing they're gonna use for 30 seconds one time standing in Pioneer Square, which is understandable. I don't really expect people to want to do that, but so like apps are, I don't know. Oops. Just doesn't feel like an app is really that useful. So in the near term, I don't know. In the near term, like the best option to me in the near term seems to just be like use Unity. Gosh, how am I going to do these scalloped edges? Phew, boy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to think about that right now. We're just trying to make flowers. Phew, boy. Okay, we got some terrible cosmos. So we're starting to get at least a list of plants. They don't look good, but we have some. We have 7. What else can we do? Oh, you are too kind. I feel like this is like, I don't know. I'm very much in like only seeing flaws and limitations right now. So, or you mean you just like these paintings? Should we just ditch all of this and just go with these? Is that what you mean? You just like these paintings, or you like the actual flowers? Oh, these little paintings? They're okay. Actually, you know, that's funny that you say that, because I did a project I didn't finish, but I actually started doing really tiny watercolor paintings. Like very tiny. One day I will resume this project, and my ambition is to make 100 tiny paintings. Like this one. This one's cute. Tiny painting. Tiny little sunset. But that's a project for another day. Okay, you're a good confidence booster. I appreciate it that you're saying that nice things about my flowers that I don't feel good about right now. But we just got to move forward. Let's get some more flowers. Poppies. I don't feel like we need any more poppies. Those are pretty. It's California poppies. I mean, I feel like I'm picking real easy flowers, but yeah, you know, maybe that's the way to go right now. So these are similar to the baby blue eyes, but in orange. So let's just make a quick California poppy. Why not? Okay. And then for our two colors, we want like 98-68-0 maybe. And then like 1.40. I like this song. 0.40. This is a California poppy. Poppies will make them sleep. Look at that poppy. Okay. So now that's wrong. These are the wrong colors. We still might use those, but for now, I don't know. I'll do this instead. We grow any poppies. We did. Okay. And then so our poppy paintings. So nice little poppy painting. I mean, they're really just like what is big beef? How do I adjust the flow with the keyboard? Okay. California poppy. California poppy. All the leaves are brown. Okay. Start growing more flowers. This color seem backwards? I think so. Okay. Are they good? No. But they're kind of cute. They're like almost cute, right? Almost cute. I don't know what to do about this stuff in the middle. I'm not going to think about it right now. Okay, so that let's just keep going through this list. A blanket flower. Oh, these are so pretty. We have to do these. So 1, 2, kind of hard to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I would believe that as like a Fibonacci thing. So let's start with that leaf, that lance leaf. We have so much duplicate stuff in here. It's outrageous, but whatever. Can tidy up a little later. So blanket, flower. I said we have 13 shoots. They're gonna have to be quite skinny. They've got crazy scallops, but we're just ignoring the scallops for the moment, I guess. Oh boy. I kind of know what to do about that, but I also kind of don't. Okay. We also need like a big blob in the middle. Like, I don't know. What do we do about that? Like, these just have this crazy blob in the middle. And then, what do we do? How do we do that? Okay, well, let's just ignore that for the moment. Okay, are these the blanket flowers? Well, these need to be 90, 98, 95, 33. Maybe this, I don't know, this flower might be too hard. I know, how do we do that blob? Forgot what I said. What did I say? 92, 95. I'll do like 1, 92, 15. I mean, that's true. Last season. Is that what happens? These are my seasons. Oh wait, I didn't even finish those blobs. We have work to do on those blobs too. We got, like, once this project's done, we got to get back to blobs. So 0.7, 0.72, 0.09, 0.2. Oh yeah, we definitely have blobs. That was just like tremendously wrong. What are we doing? So tiny. Okay, well, go easy. Okay, we got this thing, and now we want, yeah, we just need like an A to B. We don't really want gradation on this one. We want just like hardcore, like binary coloring. Speaking of binary, where's binary C? Okay. Okay, maybe that. Oh yeah, we gotta. Those blobs are not done. We gotta. I just feel like I haven't finished the thing in so long. Blanket flower dot king. Well, almost, except that's backwards, but you know, kind of almost. Seems like I do it backwards every time. Maybe actually my code is backwards. I think the code might be backwards. Okay, not terrible. So we do need some streakies in here. I'm gonna get those streakies in. Low flow. Some low flow white. Okay, that was not good at all. That, almost not terrible. It's not good. And obviously we are like, this is not actually what this plant looks like, which is, you know, but it kind of feels like this plant, you know, it's not right, but it kind of feels like it. It kind of, yeah, you know what I mean? Like it starts to give me the feeling of this plant, which is, I'll take it. Yeah, it's kind of got it, you know, it kind of feels okay. I still don't know what we're really going to do about these big blobs. We may, like, blooms may just need the ability to have, yeah, that's a conversation I'm not ready to have right now. Like, we may cut that flower just so we don't have to have that conversation, but I think we're going to end up having that conversation. So, okay, Black-Eyed Susan. Okay, I mean, these are also very pretty, and these also have just a giant blob, but we've almost just made this flower, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's hard to say. Let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's a weird number. Oh, I like these ones that are kind of truncated. This one only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Also a weird number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is a number that makes sense to me for these. Let's just duplicate the thing we just made. Call it a Black-Eyed Susan. Okay, Black-Eyed Susan. So, like, I feel like we're, you know, sort of in the ballpark. Okay. I guess some new colors. 96.75. $96.61. Now I don't remember though which one's the Black-Eyed Susan versus. I feel like we did a bad job with that Lance one, just because that one is so dependent on the. Okay, this is our Black-Eyed Susan without the eye. Our eyeless Black-Eyed Susan. So sad. Like the folds. How do we want to get that? Like. We could have rules about like the different texture channels. I don't know. Sounds like that gets pretty tricky, but we could have like those kind of streaks in the texture channels. Or get like really contrasty. We really are those poor Lance flowers. I feel like we really let them down. Black-Eyed Susans also. I don't know. I'm not loving any of this stuff. But let's just keep moving forward. Wild Perennial Lupine. That's not gonna happen. Purple Coneflower. Gosh, these little, I don't know. Like these with the huge center, like whatever those are, like seed cluster things, like, I don't know. I think we can't do it. And I think this lupine's going to be a no. Yeah. This plains coreopsis. Didn't we already have some kind of coreopsis? Did. I mean, it's cute, but I feel like we have stuff that looks kind of like this. Like we have the Lanceleaf coreopsis. Serbian wallflower. That's pretty. It's pretty similar to that California poppy. Oh, it's also teeny tiny. Yeah, okay, I don't think we have the wallflower. Blue flax, I think, is also going to be a no. And they're pretty. They're just tiny. I don't know. It's gonna be the same thing with the scarlet flax. I know, these blobs out of control. I mean, these are really pretty. They're so tiny, but I really do like the. I don't know. I think about that one. A phlox. Get into these really clustery things. They're cute. Bright Lights Cosmos. Okay. Gloriosa Daisy. Also with the big blob in the middle. Okay, well, so we've exhausted this particular list of Oregon native flowers. What else do we got? That one's kind of cool. What's that thing? Echo Valley natives. Knockout native plants. I'm starting to lean that way as far as yeah, I was really leaning away from like trying to be painterly, but now I'm sort of leaning back towards that of like I think the painterliness just like I don't know gives it some character, like I don't know, takes the edge off a little bit. Very cool to try to do some of these weird ones, but it's like these crazy things. That's pretty. Look at that thing. What's this thing? I like that one. Can we make it? That one seems doable, right? Whatever it is. Somewhere in this PDF. Small trees, large shrubs. The swamp rose. And gooseberry. I'm not seeing that thing. This Colombian windflower. Columbine is so pretty, but that's just such a crazy plant. Colombian windflower is not bad. This thing. Oh yeah, a camas. Okay, actually, I have heard of that. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Let's try to make a camas. Wow, yeah, let's make a camas. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We'll start with a trillium. Oh yeah? Okay, do it. Make a spike blob. Awesome. I mean, I could do, yeah, I don't know. I did, so like the spike blob's cool. I'm just worried about geometry. Like with this, because I could make just a blob, certainly with this geometry system. And I could make like a billion little spiky guys, but at a certain point I would just be too worried about the, how much geometry I'm trying to draw in a phone web browser. Where is the max width? It's here? Or is that in the preset? It's in here. I don't even know what these flowers are anymore. Do we not? Okay, this is getting ridiculous because I mean, they look kind of cool when they grow. I feel like the growing is not terrible. I think it's okay. But we're unfortunately just at this point now where I think I'm not growing enough flowers to reliably get all variations. Oh, we must have just broken it. Maybe that's what's on this empty stem. So let's just add some more flowers, I guess. So what did I break? Oh, you have to have a scale. Oh. My mistake. I don't know. Not seeing any. Oh, holy crap. Okay, there they are. It's just a little wild. Okay, we don't really need any randomness here. I don't think. Okay, I think we made it too narrow. It's kind of cool, though. Okay, so that's these. So we definitely, they need to be bigger than that, certainly. Okay. We got, that's not bad, right? It's not terrible. So now we need our colors. And of course I'm going to get them backwards, so I'm not even going to try. So maybe that. Well, I don't like that that goes away. Wish that could just hang out for a minute. Oops. Okay, that's you. Seeger, how's it going? What is sick? This flower or the thing I'm making? I mean, the flower is sick. I don't know if the thing I'm making, I don't know. Is it terrible? I think I need a pep talk. Maybe I should use GPT to make like a robot pep talk. Or like just like make a bot that just gives me pep talks all the time. Sounds like a good, useless project. Okay, so now we need... Okay, so this is kind of like... Yeah, there's just a blob of like streaky blue. So this one is also going to be pretty... Oops. Like... Something like this, maybe. Oh, you're too kind. Okay, here's our new camas. I mean, it's web based. We could just grow these, I guess, in we could do this with heat. It's true. It's true. Because I have a beautiful bouquet grow out of my face. Okay, it's starting to get a little less embarrassing just because all of these plants suck, but there's enough of them now that you can kind of like ignore the suck a little bit, you know? Like the suck is like a little bit hidden, which is good. Definitely want to hide the suck. real streaky. I mean, I want these pretty pure black. I don't know how to get that. I don't know how to use. I don't know how to paint Photoshop. Apparently. Up the load. Okay, really? Okay, don't mix. Low mix, so I get more black. There we go. Okay, mix even less. I just want some like pure blue streakies in here, or like, you know, extremely blue streakies. And then we want some pure white streakies out here. In fact, we want this to be just pretty much pure, like, well, I'm gonna share the load. How about that? Maybe terrible. Axio and Seeger, I appreciate you keeping me company, giving me pep talks. It's definitely helping, because otherwise I could be pretty discouraged. Okay, we apparently broke the Trillium. Okay, I made that worse instead of better, turns out. I think I liked it more before. Like it's like we lost some character. Just like can't be so careful. Just try to be sloppy. I mean, I actually am starting to like these paintings too. I'm kind of into them. Pretty weird. Okay, yeah, that's a little. Yeah, you just can't be too careful. Well, actually, I mean, and I'm kind of getting. I'm coming around. Okay, you've almost convinced me that this isn't the worst thing I've ever made. I've definitely made worse things, at least. Okay, so that was our common canvas. So I kind of like this. This PDF, even though it's hard to see. So let's hang on to that PDF. Then what else we got? So these with like wild geometry, I'm pretty into, but I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like we gotta like try to fix our Trillium. So how are we gonna fix our Trillium? Because it's like pure sine wavy right now, and that's no good. Right? Like it's got to come in. That just may need to be just more like squared and not a sine wave. Let's try it. So I still have yet to really describe how this works. It's kind of a crazy system, but like I basically just have a mathematical function that describes these profiles on 3 axes, basically. So what did we do for Trilliums? We said, pretty sure Trillium is just a sine wave. Yeah, Trillium is just straight up a sine wave. Mirrored. So instead of that, if we wanted to, in other places I've had like a, this kind of thing. I don't know what you want to call it. What do you want to call it? Oh no, the balls are returned. Okay, this is not what we want, but maybe it's a little better. So in fact, I think we kind of want the inverse. I don't know. It's pretty football-y. We just got to find the right exponent here. Like that's not horrible. Is it just this but a little fatter? And then it's actually this just both ways, but one is... No, that was wrong. Wait, why did I just do that? That was the exact opposite of the correct thing for a person to do. It could be this, but not this. And then that should give us something kind of football-y for our trilliums. No, I have destroyed the trilliums. Why is that true? Oh, those are kind of cool. That's totally wrong though. So let me think about what my issue is here, because I need to say like, yeah, it's actually kind of a tricky one. I just need to like offset. Okay, no. The answer is no. Okay. Actually, I don't quite know how to get what I want here. So. I should stop soon though, so I'm not loud for the neighbors. What's that online graphing calculator? Because we essentially want, you know, y equals x squared, sort of. But then we want it actually like 1 minus. Oops. Or we want 1 minus this, right? And then we need to, so we have this, which this is what we want, but we need to like offset this whole thing. So we need to kind of like, oops, needs to be an even number, huh? 8. So if we had this whole thing, this, like 2 power of 4, if we added 1 and then divided by 2, would that give us what we want? No. We need to add 1 to x. Oops. Well, I was wrong. X minus 1. Divided by 2 times 2. Okay. Ugh, no, like almost. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, is this it? We want, oh goodness, this looks horrible. So it's x, but that's good because this means we can do it in one, we don't have to have a condition. So we can return, so we have length progress minus 0.5, right? Then we're going to multiply that times 2. And we want 1 minus that. And then we want all of that to the 4th. Is that it? That is like extremely made up. Okay. The answer would sort of appear to be no. How did we go so wrong? So we go from 0 to 1 with 1 along the way. This looks correct. So what did I miss? So whatever x is, what did I do? Is this wrong? I mean, I maybe, yeah, easy peasy. I need to square it before I need to raise the exponent before I do the 1 minus. That's my problem, I think. Or at least part of my problem. Okay. That is like not the worst thing I've ever seen. So, I think our path doesn't feel great because I think we want to be a little flatter. We don't actually need 3 points. I don't think we can just kind of like give it a little arc in the middle. Oh no. What have I done? What was it previously? Oh, does this have a scale? Okay, it's a teeny tiny scale. I don't want to not scale any of these. Well, okay, I'll describe it because it's not super complicated, but I think it is kind of cool. But give me 1 second while I try to figure out what nightmare I have wrought here. I think it's a max width. I just need to make these a little skinnier. Okay. Okay. Not great, but like kind of like this has this cute little curve there, this cute little football curve. So I don't know. We may have to consider other ways to get that curve in beyond this function. I'll think about that for a second. We could give that curve as a texture. Like this has this cute little loop-de-doo at the end, which I don't know. It's definitely a thing you can do with math. Like a single formula to create that profile. So maybe maybe our exponent is too much and we don't want to be, we just want to, I mean, that's pretty close to the sinusoidal one, so I think that works. So let's stick with 4 for now. So basically what I'm doing is, the way I'm drawing this like the profile of this little petal is as I go along a curve, I'm just running a function here. So this is the petal. Like this, I just have like the opposite version of it here. So like this is our leaf right here. Although for some reason my intersection is wrong. I guess I would need to like offset this by 0.5, but you get the idea. Like just by running this function as I go along the length of the petal, that's how I get this. And that's how everything in this whole system just works based on little offsets of stuff like that. We still have major problems here, but I'm not going to do them for the moment, I think. These are gorgeous. What are these things? Are these Oregon native? Okay, so these are part of like a big, I don't know. Like I am actually struggling with geometry. Yeah, well, it is. I'm like generating geometry. There's like underlying geometry. I don't have the the wireframe view. But yeah, so basically what I'm doing is I'm drawing a subdivided rectangle. So I have a subdivided rectangle, and then I take that rectangle and I move it along a curve, and then I use that function I just showed you to say, like, as it goes along the curve, what it looks like. It'd be a little easier to see if I had the wireframe view, but I unfortunately just don't have it on right now. With any wireframe stuff, I think I've stripped all of that, unfortunately. Some of my early examples did have it, but it was like very simple. I should have done a better job documenting this along the way, but yeah, it's there is some randomness in this. Like the whole bouquet is randomized for sure, but like the individual rules for these, there's not a lot of randomness currently. There's some. There could be more. I hate them. When I look at them, I hate them. Are you sure? I don't know. Now I've just convinced myself I hate this. Who made this? Garbage. Looks like garbage. Who made this? Like if I go away from it and I kind of squint my eyes and move it around a lot, maybe I don't hate it as much, but suddenly I just looked at it and I just hated it. Ugh. Oh no. Axio Seeker. I hate it. Look how pretty these are. Oof. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, I think we have to have some of these, even if we're not like botanically accurate with them. Ugh. Okay, what's our color palette going to be? Tall flowers. Yeah, so I think what I want, is the idea. So I'm going to rework this. So currently right now, I just have like, I start with a point in the middle and grow the stem and then put the flower at the end of the stem. But I think I want to kind of invert that logic, and I want to figure out where I want flowers to be first and then draw the stems backwards from that, if that makes sense. Okay, let's try to draw some of these because they're just too pretty. How many leaves did these have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 9. These don't, though. These just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That makes more sense to me. Okay, let's do these as 8. We'll just copy the, what? Susans, black-eyed Susans. Oh, this flower music? I don't know. It should be in pretzel. So this is Pandrez. Are you listening to 2 musics at the same time? Do you have the power? How do you do it? I think this is like appropriate flower music though, now that you say that. Okay, so this is what? Louisia Cotyledon. Sure. Okay, and we said there were 8, and we said what colors did we like? I mean, these are very pretty. Let's try to go with these. It's almost hard to tell what the 2 colors are, but okay. So let's just get some straight up pink down here. Probably gonna be backwards, but whatever. And I don't know, it's almost like a slightly goldeny color. Peachy color. Just a little warm. Okay, do this. Okay, so this is our, what? Louisia Cotyledon. And it's gonna look like what? Let's just do a little painting. It's gonna kind of look like this, actually. But maybe more like this. I don't know, let's try it. Oh no. Yeah, you're just gonna have to go through. Sorry. You just have to like trust the pretzel bot to tell you the answer, because I don't know the answer. Oops, not this. Okay, I just did this. Oh no. Okay, well, we've made it to 12 plants, for whatever that's worth. Actually, that was not too far off. Maybe a little thicker. I don't know if I want this scale. I don't really like the idea of that scale, but whatever. For now, let it happen. Okay. Well, that was too thick. How come they're not pretty when I make them? Kind of need like another color, like another. Yeah, I gotta think about this a little bit because we'd always add we're more like texture channels and do more in the other texture channels. Like I want this darkness, you know, like these dark veins and stuff like that. I feel like it's gonna be a thing we want to try to achieve. Yeah, got those gamer eyes. So when I look at this and then I switch back, you just kind of forget this, and it's like, oh yeah, it looks real. It's photoreal. It's photorealism. Okay. Well, we got to 12 plants, which is kind of encouraging, sort of, maybe. Anybody else like jumping out as like an all-star that we really want? Do kind of like this, whatever this thing is. I do kind of like this. Look at this. This is pretty. It's yellow. What is it? Blue-eyed grass. Is that different than the? What do we have? We have a blue-eyed. We have a baby blue eyes. I want the ones with that. Pretty. Yeah, this is so. This is you can easily see. You can easily see like we need. Well, okay. Even if we stuck that little yellow in there. So one problem I think in real life, these are tiny, right? Like these are like teeny tiny, and I want them to be huge, of course. So I don't know. I'm gonna skip that for now. Actually, I do like it, but those are so pretty, so pretty. Okay, I need a pep talk to tell me this is not the worst project I've ever made. It's pretty terrible. Why does it look so bad? I hate it. Do I hate it? I think I hate it. Oh, you're too kind. The foxglove? Yeah, I mean. So I feel like if we went that route, I mean, you know, we could make one of these certainly, just as like one little loop-de-loop. We'd need like special rules for how we want to instance them. But maybe if we instance them and it was all the same geometry, we have to look into instancing, I guess. Because one of these, we could actually do one of these as a single petal and not a flower, basically. Yeah. So what I think we're gonna do is, I mean, yeah. I mean, this notion. this approach is not going to be the right approach. The right approach is going to be, I think, like a sphere, basically, that we will instance flowers on the surface of, but maybe it'll be kind of oblong, like an egg, like an upside down egg. And we will like find a way to instance flowers on the surface of that, and then we will draw back inwards from that. I think is what we actually want to do. And we need some like general greenery, probably, so it's not just like all flowers. But yeah, and we need some tall boys for sure. Are you just flattering me? Are you just trying to make me feel better about myself? It's fine if you are. Okay, I want to do one more thing. Two more things. I'm gonna do two more things. We gotta fix these baby blue eyes are like hurting my feelings. No, I don't want to look at babies. Thanks, though. Okay. These are going to be better. These are going to be better now. We got to get some veins in there, really. I think, yeah, we probably need like another texture that's light and shadow, and then I still don't really know what we're going to do for the veins. I mean, for like the veins that we get that from the light and shadow set, but like the stamen and pistils, like that kind of realm, I don't know. Oh boy, I don't know. Music just got like real mysterious. Oops. We just need to find some good brushes that'll help us get these streakies, I think. Okay, so now let's these are our baby blue eyes. Ping. And we're going to get rid of this. We may just totally ditch this gradient thing. I think we might actually. I appreciate it. I actually greatly appreciate kind words. Okay, so of course I did this backwards, obviously. Okay. Oops. Okay, so these are like kind of, sort of, a little bit look more like flowers, kind of. Go a little further. Try to make something like a radius. And then the thing we want is like, I mean, maybe we really could sort of get it with the, just would be the wrong color. Like it needs, yeah, kind of want another channel. Like we could try to, okay, that's that oil paint. We can't forget that because that was important. Oh, I don't know. It's not going to look good. But like, you can imagine like sticking a million little streakies in here. But you'd probably want to do this on another channel. And then just make it like another color. Or maybe even just black. Because I think... I don't know. Maybe that's good enough. It just doesn't read up here very much, you know? Like even... It just need more value change, I think. So... Okay, I have kind of another idea on how I might do that. I don't know. I don't know. What to think about that. Like, you could do it as multiple different channels and like edit your individual channels. Because we're really only using the red channel at the moment. Okay, anyway, so that was that little friend, and then also we need to our tulips. I don't like the tulips either. But I don't even know. I mean, probably not any native Oregon tulips. I don't even know if they know, or like, probably not really native, but there are like the tulip fields. Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So I don't know that there actually are native tulips in Oregon, but which makes sense. Wildflowers of Oregon. So cute. Wow, that one's cool. That one's crazy. We haven't really, we just haven't done anything yet with writing like really crazy petal placement. That columbine is so pretty, but that's nuts. That harebell is cool with this curl around. We could do that. Should I not do tulips? I mean, I'm torn. Chicory. What's the right answer? Siberian Spring Beauty. That's really pretty. Like that depth for pink. It's cool. That aster is cool. Also has like the big center thing though. I mean, we have to have a solution for this. The reproductive organs of the plant, I think, is a requirement. These plants have to reproduce. Right? I don't really know what I want to do about that yet. Should I cut the tulip? Because I think tulips are not really native. Yeah, blanket flower, so pretty. pretty. With this bristly Langlosia. This mountain pea is cute, but I'm sure those are tiny. Ooh, look at that Alpine Lily. That's another one that needs a third color, though. That one's pretty. This giant blazing star. Beautiful. Sticky monkey flower. Gross. Blue lettuce. Kind of funny. Got some baby blue eyes. Little water lily's pretty. I do like this boom rape. That sorrel. Sorrel also tiny. Skeleton weed. Cool. Cream cups. Also cool. Starwort. Beautiful. Look at these fringed edges. This cultivated radish. Plain mustard. Pretty. Western blue-eyed grass. I mean, I feel like I have to have a rose because it's City of Roses. Rose is going to be kind of a pain to make, but I think we have to try. And I kind of want to have a tulip. Maybe we just like try to turn the tulip into a rose. Maybe that's what happens. Okay, well, we found some new flowers. They're pretty pretty. It's cool. But I think we just... Let me call it a day. Those are really pretty, these Alpine Lilies. Bit of some kind of lily. The pea is cute, but I think these must be teeny tiny. There are a lot of these. They're tiny. Yeah, some kind of aster would be pretty. I mean, we have flowers like this already. We still have to solve the center problem. So like, oh boy, we have a lot of problems to solve and not a ton of time to solve them. And I do, of course, have to like actually like do all the AR stuff and make sure all that stuff works too. We're at least kind of like to the point that we have like a bunch of, that was weird. We got a bunch of flowers at least. So like, we can at least test this in AR. Okay, I'll make one more tweet. I don't know what to do with the tulip, honestly. I'm gonna just ignore the tulip for the moment. But, so those are our stems. I think the issue is okay, that actually just instantly looks a little better. There's still some crazy things going on here, but like at least we got some. That's 32 flowers. Let's just do 64, and let's just say that 64 is a number that we like and we kind of want to go for. Which is a bit of a mess. So I guess we probably want to like. Oops. I mean, that's kind of cool. Kind of wild. Almost starts to feel like a thick. That's right. Okay, wait. You got auto modded for saying thick. Okay, it's too wild, but like we're getting in at least sort of something like the right realm. I think. Okay, well, that was the thing I just said was a mistake. Definitely. Okay, it's totally out of control, but okay. I don't know. Seeger, how do I feel about this? I mean, it looks like insane spaghetti, so we can work on the insane spaghetti, but how am I feeling about this overall? Do I hate it more than anything I've ever made? I don't know. Whoa. Just like keep making it bigger. Keep making it bigger. I feel like it's not hopeless. I'll say that. I will say that much at least. A lot of wasted computation in what we're doing. To think about what I really want to do about that. Like, there's really no sense to like invent new flowers and redraw them and generate new geometry when they're basically the same. Like, we could reuse the blooms and just scale them, have some randomness on their scale. I think about that a little bit. Okay, I think I have to stop streaming, but I feel like, I don't know, it's been a roller coaster. Sometimes I hate it, and sometimes I look at it and I think like, it's like, it could almost be a thing. Almost sort of slightly starting to feel like maybe a little bit of a thing a human would look at and be like, pretty cool. Definitely need to work on our placement algorithm. I'm going to come up with some blue noise. Okay. Anyway, I am so grateful to you, Axio and Seeger Live, for hanging out for so long. Did my camera? Wait, what's going on here? Is that what that's supposed to be? I don't know. I don't know. Also, these colors right? Is anything right? It's hard to say. Randomize the growth. So I generate new random splines every time. So these like, the way I do it currently, which is the way I'm not going to do it, is that I just like randomize, all these are generating random paths. And then I use these paths as the rules of how to draw the flowers. Oops, back here. So this is like just generating a really simple random Catmull Rom spline with, they only have 4 points. They're very, very simple. But I have a better idea on how to do it. I think I got a better plan. And then the growth is actually kind of complicated. I'll explain the growth one of these days. But all right, I think our trilliums are just too tiny. They end up little babies. Do we have a scale on those? No, they are just one. We double all the numbers of the trilliums. Oops. How about that? Okay, now our trilliums are too big, so sad story. Really, we're gonna want to atlas all these textures, which makes me say that we want 16 kinds of plants. That's what I'm gonna say. We want 16 different flowers, I think, because it's a good power of 2. So how many do we have? We have 12. So we can make 4 more. We can do that. We can do it. I believe in us. All right. I'm seriously done. Once again, Axio Seeger Live. Thanks for hanging out. And wait, I gotta do one more thing. I always forget to do this. Like, let's take like a nice-ish full screen view of this, just so I can have a thumbnail that seems okay. Like, just get in here, get up in these flowers. Okay. And then because it's YouTube, I have to be like this. Okay, yeah, I know you want up in there, Seeger. Get up in them, get up in there, get up in there. You're looking at the reproductive organs of plants, and we're gonna get kicked off of Twitch. Okay, goodbye. Mwah. Wait, wrong button. Bye. Mwah.